Camera number 276 of 365 is a Kodak Retina S2, a fully manual camera requiring a battery, funny enough, only for using a flash cube that's housed on the top here. It's a funny battery, a PX something or other, a little battery there that goes in there, and then allows you to use a flash cube. Otherwise the camera is completely manual. It does have a built-in light meter. Unfortunately on this particular version it doesn't work, or this particular camera. If it did work, when you look through the viewfinder there's a little scale that you can use to assess whether the exposure is correct. Otherwise the viewfinder just has grid lines. I don't know whether you can see that through there. And it's quite a bright viewfinder, I must say. We have our film advance and our shutter counter. Our film counter. Now the Retina S2 does have a rather unique feature in the camera, but just to keep you on tender hooks, we'll mention that in a few moments. So otherwise, it has a fixed lens, Ryoma f2.8 45mm lens, and we have on the barrel of the lens a scale, a very simplistic scale of a portrait, two people, or a landscape. But around the other side we do have more flexibility. We can actually choose much more definite distances, 1 meter through to infinity. So that's nice to see that. Our shutter speeds are controlled with this other ring here, and the shutter speeds go from 250 through to bulb, with a separate flash setting. Our shutter actuation, and then our apertures are chosen with this nice little handle, and they go from 2.8 through to 22. Mentioned the light meter that doesn't work. On the base we have not one but two tripod mounts, which is interesting. And then, as I say, the door that houses the battery for the flash. To get the film into the camera, we just simply press the button and it will pop open, and then we can see our film advance. And what's nice about this, I found, is that I don't have to cut the leader. I can literally put an uncut piece of film and put that in there, and it takes it in very nicely. Of course it will continue to advance because it needs the film to activate the mechanism here, I think. I think that's correct. Yes, it does. But what's interesting about the camera is that there's no rewind crank. So how does the film rewind? Well, the best way to see it is to show it in action. So I'll just go and get some film. So I have some film here, so let's just put that in the camera and just slide that in. There we go. And then we can see the camera in action, or not, as the case may be. There we go. So there's the film advance. You know what? Let's just close the door because it's not going to cooperate. So film advance, take the image. So wind it on a couple of times. So now how do we get the film out and wound back into the canister? I've never seen this on any camera that I've had so far. The mechanism is actually on the door handle here. You can see that. We have to press the little button at the top, and at the same time press the slider switch down. And apparently what this does is disengages the forward motion, and now will allow us to rewind with the film advance. Now I don't know whether I can show that with the... No, I can't. What a shame. Let me see if I can just... Let's see if we can push that button down. There we go. So now I'm going to use the Film Advance. No, it's not going to work. It obviously needs to be in, but that should... There we go. There we go. So I'm using the Film Advance, and it's winding the film back into the canister. So it's actually got a reverse gear, as it were. I find that fascinating. I've never seen that in any other camera before. So maybe again, if there are, perhaps someone can very happily correct me there. So flash cubes do have provision to use an electronic flash if we so desire. And a cable release is nicely situated in the base of the shutter button. So there we go. That's camera number 276 of 365.